Hey there. If you live here in Lakewood, you already know the deal. Your roof really has to work for a living. So we're going to take a look at the specific challenges our roofs are up against and talk about a local company, RoofNuts of Lakewood, that's built from the ground up to handle them. Let's jump in.
All right, first things first, let's just set the scene. See, protecting a building in Colorado isn't like anywhere else. Right here in Lakewood, your roof is on the front lines, fighting a pretty unique battle against the environment 24/7. And that really leads to the big question you have to ask yourself, right? Is your roof actually ready for what Colorado weather can dish out? Because let's be honest, our weather does not mess around. Yeah, we're talking about more than just a little rain. The threats are constant. You've got those severe hailstorms that can literally punch holes in your roof. Then there's the heavy snow just sitting up there, putting a ton of stress on the whole structure. Don't forget the high winds trying to rip shingles right off. And on top of all that, you get those crazy temperature swings, hot to cold in a day, that make your roofing materials expand and contract, which just leads to cracking and wear. It's a relentless assault.
Okay, so that's the problem. But for every challenge, there's got to be a solution, right? So let's meet the local crew that's actually designed to face these problems head on.
So who are RoofNuts of Lakewood, really? Well, it's probably best to think of them less like a generic roofing company and more like local specialists. This is a team of licensed, insured pros, and their whole focus is on the unique demands of our climate here. Their experience isn't just general, it's decades of hands-on, Colorado-specific know-how.
You know, you can tell a lot about a company by what they stand for. For these guys, it all starts with integrity. That means you're going to get a straight, honest estimate without any funny business. That's backed up by a serious commitment to excellence, just good, solid craftsmanship. And they're always focused on innovation, looking for better materials and new ways to make sure your roof doesn't just get fixed, it stays fixed. That's really the bedrock of their whole operation.
So with that foundation in mind, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what they actually do. And their services are really comprehensive. They cover just about any roofing situation you can imagine here in Lakewood. And they really do cover the whole community. If you've got a home in a neighborhood like Green Mountain or Applewood, they've got durable, good-looking options to protect your family. But at the same time, if you're running a business over in a spot like Belmar, they have those reliable, energy-efficient systems that protect your investment and keep things running smoothly. And you can really see how versatile they are when you look at the materials they work with. I mean, they do it all. From the traditional asphalt shingles we see everywhere to high-end stuff like metal or slate. And for commercial buildings with those flat roofs, they install specialized systems like TPO, which is this super durable, energy-saving material that's perfect for our sunny climate. Bottom line, whatever your roof is made of, they know how to handle it.
Of course, let's get to the #1 question in Colorado, hail. The answer you get from them is a resounding absolutely. But they don't just patch up the damage. They specialize in total storm restoration. And, this is huge, they'll actually help you deal with the insurance claim process. Anyone who's been through that knows what a massive headache that can be.
And really, beyond any one type of material, they offer the core services every single property owner is going to need eventually. Whether you just need a quick repair to stop a leak, or it's time for a full-on professional roof replacement, they've got you covered.
Okay, so we know who they are and what they can do. But let's talk about their promise of quality. How do you know that every job is going to be done right? Well, it all comes down to their process and the peace of mind they build right in. You know, their process is just refreshingly simple. It all starts with a really thorough inspection to find the actual source of the problem. Then you get a clear written estimate, so no surprises later. After that, their licensed crews get to work on the installation with real precision. And the job isn't done until you've done a final walkthrough with them and you understand exactly what your warranty covers.
And that warranty is a huge part of the deal. You're actually getting several layers of protection. First, you get their workmanship warranty. That means they stand behind the quality of their own work. Then you get strong warranties from the material manufacturers because they use trusted brands. And finally, you have the total protection that comes from hiring a fully licensed and insured company. It's basically a complete safety net for your biggest investment.
So, after looking at the challenges, the local solution, and the promise of quality, the last piece of the puzzle is, well, what do you do to protect your own property?
And they make that first step super easy and completely risk-free. If you own any kind of property here in Lakewood, you can get a professional roof inspection and a detailed written estimate for free. Yep, totally free. There's no catch, no obligation, just an honest expert opinion on the state of your roof.
So if you're in Lakewood and you've got even a small concern about your roof, or maybe you just want to get it checked out by a pro, that's the number to call.
Your roof is your home's first line of defense. It really pays to make sure it's in the hands of local experts who truly get it. Thanks for tuning in.